In this video, I am going to explain about how to use Zoho Meeting app, and this video is exclusively made for the faculty of Karpaka Vinayaka Institute of Medical Sciences and Research Center. So whatever the content that I am going to talk will be useful for the faculty of Karpaka Vinayaka Institute of Medical Sciences and Research Center. So how to use Zoho Meeting app? So for this, in the browser of your computer, go to the Google search bar and type Zoho Meeting login. So in the Google search results, you can see this www.zoho.com/meeting is the official website which is providing this Zoho Meetings app. So you have to click on this. So when you click on that link, in the address bar, please see that the domain name will be www.zoho.com/meeting will be seen. So this will direct you to the present page which you are seeing now. On the right hand side, you can see the options language English and login. So we have to click on login option. So when you click on the login option, it will take you or direct you to this page. So in this page, you can see you have to enter the email ID. So in this system, I have already entered the email ID and password. So but when you are logging in for the first time, you have to enter the email ID through which you are accessing this Zoho Meetings app. So once you enter the email ID, press next button. Some of the faculties are trying to log in through this Google or Gmail sign in. Instead, it is better to log in through the email ID given directly. No need to click on this Google button which is at the bottom. So once you enter the given email ID and password, you have to press sign in option. So for this, you have to, once you press this sign in option, OTP is required. So OTP, once you are trying to log in, OTP will be sent to the registered mobile number and that will be posted in our KIMS group or faculties group WhatsApp. So from that you have to copy the OTP link and that OTP link you have to enter. For this time login, I have disabled the OTP option and I am going to log in without entering the OTP for time being. But for every login by the faculty, OTP is a mandatory option. Now here I am going to click the sign in option after entering the password. So it will direct you to the Zoho Meetings app. So now we can see the Zoho Meeting app, how it looks like. So on the left hand side, you can see the options home, my meetings, my webinars, my recordings and settings will be there. And it is better, always better, you log in just 10 to 15 minutes before your class. And once you log in, you have to press meet now option. So you have to click meet now if you wanted to take the class immediately. So now here I am clicking on meet now. Now it is directed to the another link showing download and start meeting. So if you are using the Zoho Meeting app for the first time, you need to undergo this process. So if you are using this Zoho Meeting for the second and third time, then there is no requirement of downloading this Zoho Meeting launcher. So it will direct you to this link and it shows the download. When you click the download option, one .exe file will be downloaded and you have to click run or save on that exe file. Then Zoho Meeting Launcher app will be downloaded in your computer. Since I am using it for the third time or fourth time in my system, and Zoho Meeting Launcher is already installed in my system. So once you click the download option and you click the run or save button, Zoho Meeting Launcher will be downloaded in your computer. So you, after downloading, you have to click on that Zoho Meeting Launcher app. So now you see, when I click on this small window will appear in your computer. It will allow you to start the computer. It will allow you to start the using Zoho Meeting app in your computer. So it takes few minutes or few seconds to launch. Once the Zoho Meeting Launcher is ready, you can see at the bottom of your taskbar and you can click and open this Zoho Meeting Launcher. So when you open this Zoho Meeting Launcher for the first time, again it will ask you the email ID and password to sign in. So once you sign in, then it will show this small pop-up dialog box asking for the choose an audio option. You can choose computer audio always. This Zoho app will not work in your mobile phone. It will work only in your computer. So once you select your audio option, next pop-up dialog box will be like this. So it will ask allow to access your camera and allow to access your microphone. So if you don't want to access your video, you can off this camera. Here I am disabling my camera because it is not required all the time. Depending on the requirement and feasibility, you can turn on your camera again. Now here I have turned on the camera again. See, now you can see the camera. But see to that microphone is always on. Now here again I am turning off the camera. So once this setting is over, you can click on Start Meeting button. So when you click on Start Meeting button, you can see like this. Suppose if this page is missing immediately from your screen, there is no problem. You can still go to the Attendees button, which is present on the left hand top corner. So when you click on Attendees list, there is an option called Invite Attendee. When you click Invite Attendee, another dialog box will be opened which shows the same thing which you have seen earlier. So here you can see invite by email or share the link with your attendees. If you want to share the link, you can press the copy link button. Now it is showing copied, and the copied link can be given to the WhatsApp group or the class representative in the WhatsApp, so that they will forward it to the other students, where everybody can click on the link and can join your class. So this is how you can invite. Otherwise, you can also invite the students if you have their email IDs. You have to enter your email ID and click the send button option. So once you enter the email ID and click the send button option, the students will be able to receive the email with a link. So they can, by clicking that link in the email, they will be able to join your class. Now below the attendees, there is option called chat, start sharing, start recording and other audio options. Extreme down on the left hand side, you can see more button. In the more button, you can see two options: conserve bandwidth and lock meeting. Conserve bandwidth, if you are want to save the data of your internet connection, you can use this conserve bandwidth by turning it on. Now when it is in on, it will be in bluish green in color. And same way lock meeting. Lock meeting, you can, if you turn on your lock meeting, it indicates that every time the students, when they are by the click the link which you have sent it to the students, they can click the link and then join. But if you lock the meeting, every time it will ask your permission to accept or reject the participant. So for every participant who wanted to join after the lock meeting, you have to give permission. So you have to press accept button on your screen, then only they will be able to join the meeting. Otherwise, you can give some time for the students to join the meeting, and then you can turn on the lock meeting option. Till then you can unlock this meeting. If you turn on the lock meeting, it means you have to give permission for each and every student who wanted to join this meeting. Otherwise, once all the students have joined, then you can lock the meeting and you can mute all options. You can unmute all options. Mute all means you can mute the sound for all the students. You can mute the sound for all the students who have been participating in this list. Unmute, if you press unmute means it can unmute all the microphones of the participants who are there in this class. So if you mute all means nobody will be able to talk, but students still they can activate their microphone at their other end. But beforehand itself, it is better to give instructions to the students to turn off their microphone by chance if it gets turned on. Otherwise, you can mute all of the microphones those who are participating in your class. We have another option called chat, to chat with each other, that we don't need to use it again and again. And there is another option below the chat called start sharing. This is very important option. Start sharing will allow you to share your screen to the participants in your class or in your meeting. So when you go to the start sharing option, you can see two options are there in start sharing: entire screen and application window. You have to click on entire screen. When you click on entire screen, so it will show you a dialog box like this, asking your permission to share the screen. When you click the share button, now on the left hand side top at the start sharing option, you can see that it has been changed to stop sharing, and it will show a message: you are now sharing your screen with the participants or invitees who have been attended for this meeting. So if you don't want to share your screen, then you can stop sharing. Once you start sharing, they will be able to see the screen of your computer, and you can open your PowerPoint presentation. You can make it in a full screen, and then you can start talking about your class presentation. When you don't want to share your screen again, you can come back to this Zoho Launcher app and you can press stop sharing. Now when you press stop sharing, again it has turned to start sharing option, means your screen is not shared with the participants. Start recording is another option. By using the start recording option, when you click this, you can be able to record your class. It can be used for the future purpose. And down below audio options, you can see microphone and camera. Since I have turned off my video camera in the beginning, it is showing a strike mark across the video symbol. But audio means microphone is still on, and see to that always our microphone should be on, so that it will be audible to the participants whoever joins this meeting. Down below this, you can see the more options, same conserve bandwidth and lock meeting, which is already explained. And down below the more option, there is an exit button. When you finish with your class, you can click exit button and end your meeting. When you click the exit button, this is the dialog box which will open. So it will ask your permission. Are you sure you want to end this meeting for all participants? When you click end meeting, your meeting will be ended. So it will show you a message like this: you have ended the meeting successfully. So once you are done with this, you can close the launcher and stop the meeting. You can also sign out from the login which you have already logged in your browser.